this is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do a collective um, pick a card timeless reading for you. So this will be a general reading depending on which pile that you choose. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. You can pick more than one um, if you want, but whatever your first instinct is to which pile is the one that you should go towards. If it is all three, then it is all three. If it's two of them, it is two of them. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here. It's been a little while since I've done a pick a card, so I've been pulled to do a pick a card for you today. But this is a timeless reading. So when you hear the message is when you're meant to receive it. So let's go through each pile. And again, welcome to anybody that is new. Thank you for being here as well. Feel free to hit that notification bell so that you get future notifications when I do future videos. And I do all sorts of different types of videos. This weekend, I'll be getting into looking into the month of July's love forecast for each zodiac sign. I'll be working on that this weekend. But we will do a pick a card for a timeless reading for you today. So welcome if you are new. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. So let's get into each of our piles. So the first pile we have, pile 1, is a blue calcite crystal, a heart crystal that I have here. This is for clear communication, self-expression, and it represents the throat chakra. So if you're having trouble speaking, having clear communication, you may be pulled towards pile 1. The second pile is the rose quartz. This is all about acceptance, self-love. It has to do with the heart chakra. So anything that is emotional and having acceptance and self-love here. The third pile is the Amazonite and a mix of smoky quartz in this crystal. This is for the throat and root chakra. So it's about courage, truth, neutralizing negative energies, something like that. So it helps with the throat and the root chakra because it is a blend of Amazonite and the smoky quartz, which I just was thinking I need to get down to my crystal shop, and maybe I'll go and do that this evening. There is a beautiful crystal shop down in Fort Myers. I live in Cape Coral, down in Fort Myers downtown. Beautiful, and I've gotten some necklaces there that I actually wear on stage, and so I'm going to get down there because there's some stuff that I really want down there. So anyway, I get excited when I think about crystals. I just got goosebumps. So anyway, so pick a pile that you're most pulled towards, and we will meet you there. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and I will link the timestamps in the comments so that you can just speed ahead and get to your pile right away. So we'll meet you there at pile 1. Okay, pile 1, you chose blue calcite. This is for clear communication, self-expression, throat chakra. So wanting to communicate clearly, getting your point across, things like that. So you may be dealing with that type of situation, but let's see what the cards have to say. I pulled 3 cards from the Wild Reflections Tarot group, as well as some clarifiers from the Raider White Tarot. And then I will end the reading with a Angel Therapy card for you. Pile 1. Okay, so let's see what cards we have. And I did meditate and call in spirit before I pulled the cards. So we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse position. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position and the 3 of Wands in the reverse position. Okay. So with the 10 of Wands here, it feels like maybe you're unable to maintain a stable situation, and you're wanting to maybe get your point across here with this blue calcite. So you're having a hard time. There could be some loss that has happened within your existence that has left you feeling unstable. And that's what I feel with the Ten of Wands here. We do have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position as well here. With the Page, you may be dealing with somebody that's closed-minded, and perhaps you're needing to communicate your truth. You need to self-express a way to get to this person, because maybe the loss has made you feel unstable, and you're dealing with somebody that is closed-minded. You may be dealing with somebody that's younger as well. This could be your child. It doesn't have to be. Or dealing with somebody that is youthful, that is very closed-minded to maybe what you're wanting to relay to them. Perhaps it is a loss of a relationship with this younger person because they're closed-minded. And you're wanting to communicate clearly to them, okay? You're wanting to express yourself to them, and they're closed-minded to it. We do have the Three of Wands as well in the reverse position. With the Three of Wands in the reverse position, I feel like you've really been going within, okay, to try to negotiate a solution to this loss of a relationship with this younger person. It feels like this could be, I'm getting, and this may not be for everyone, that you have been at odds with maybe your child, somebody that is younger than you. Somebody that doesn't understand what you're saying. I feel like you've been at odds with somebody, and this could be a family member. This could be even if they're an adult, they're younger than you. And you're trying to communicate clearly to them, but there's been a loss of something that has happened within the dynamic of the relationship. And you're trying to negotiate with them or try to get your clear communication with them in order to work out a solution with them. You're wanting them to see things from your point of view. There's a lot of difference between the two of you. And again, this may not be your child, but this could be somebody that has a youthful nature to them as well. And you're trying to negotiate and work to a solution in order to bridge the gap between the two of you. And this is where that clear communication comes in with this crystal. Let's pull your clarifiers. So we have the Five of Swords in the reverse position. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you have a desire to forgive this person, even though that there's been a loss in communication with this person. You have a desire to make things right. There could be some lingering resentment with this person, maybe by what they've said to you or what they've done, but you have a desire to forgive this person. If this is your adult child or younger teenage child, it feels like you're wanting to bridge the gap with them. You're wanting to understand, you're wanting them to understand where you're coming from, but you have a desire to forgive them for what they've done. This younger person feels a lack of confidence. They feel very overwhelmed by this situation. They may be hiding away. For some, they could be hiding away in their room, feeling like they want to give up on life and the situation. They feel like they want to just hermit away. They maybe have run away. They may be somewhere else and you don't know where they're at, but they're feeling like giving up on their relationship. They feel very overwhelmed. They could be not knowing what to do about the situation. I feel like it is perhaps your responsibility in order to bridge the gap between the two of you, in order to make a situation better. But you need to take a practical approach in how you confront this younger person. Again, take this as it resonates. Or it doesn't even have to be a younger person, but just young-minded, in order to confront this person about the loss of the connection between the two of you. I feel like it is your responsibility in order to bridge that gap here. Yeah. With this Knight of Pentacles, it feels like you may have to work really hard in order to bridge the gap between the two of you. You may have some lingering resentment about what they've done, but it feels like you're going to have to take the initiative. You're going to have to communicate clearly. You're going to have to give more of your, you're going to have to let them know how you feel about what has happened here. You're going to have a lot of self-expression because they've closed off. They're not sure. They're feeling overwhelmed. They have a lack of confidence on how to approach you. So you're going to have to approach them if you want this connection to come together again. I feel like there's a gap in a connection here. There's a loss of a perhaps trust by what actions this person has taken. And it feels like you are responsible. For some of you, you're dealing with somebody that is your child, even if they're adult. And it feels like you, as the parent, are the one, you're responsible for bridging this gap. You're responsible because you're their parent. And again, not for all, but that's what I'm feeling here as a intuition. It feels like you may be dealing with somebody. And it feels like that this person is more of an adult child or a like a teenager. It doesn't feel like a younger energy that you're needing to bridge this gap with. It feels like an older child or an adult child of yours. And again, it doesn't have to be a child. This could just be somebody with a younger mentality than you. But you need to negotiate and work out a solution and use your differences to your advantage. Perhaps because you are older or wiser, you've been there, done that. So utilize that type of knowledge and the journey that you've been through life in order to make them understand where you're coming from. And that's where the self-expression comes in. But it does feel like you're going to have to work hard in order to bridge this gap with this person. Would like to pull 2 more cards here. Spirit, what more can you tell us about this situation? Yeah, this feels like a home life. It feels like things are going to get better here. This feels like a family. This feels like somebody within your home environment or somebody that feels like family where you're really wanting to bridge this gap here. And I do see that, you know, there will be an opportunity for you to be able to speak and clear the air here. Yeah. This person, I feel, is very unfocused. They may be careless in their actions. I feel like they didn't mean to do or say what they did with the 8 of Pentacles here. It feels like what they did, they didn't really mean to do that. And I definitely feel like the coming together, I feel like there'll be a celebration, a hug that will be exchanged between the two of you once you take the initiative and bridge the gap. One more, please, Spirit. Yeah. This may have happened because of a lack of true happiness that this individual has. Um, they can be very materialistic. So something might have happened when it come to their greediness and materialistic situation. So maybe something they wanted and they didn't get it, and now they're mad. They said some hurtful things. Again, take it as it resonates. Um, if this is a love situation, this feels like a somebody that may not be as mature as you, or thoughtful, the way that you are thoughtful with your intentions, and maybe that they're so wrapped up in their unhappiness and their want for materialistic gain that they might have said some things that they didn't mean. And again, take it as it resonates. It feels like I'm speaking to somebody specifically that may be dealing with somebody that is an adult child or a teenager that didn't get what they wanted, and then they said some hurtful things, which then made a gap between the two of you emotionally. The back of the card here, yeah. Queen of Pentacles. It feels like you might be the mom. And you're very protective of this person. Or you could just be very protective in a motherly way towards this person. Very interesting reading. So let's see what your angel advice is, pile 1, for this situation. So it says indigo. It says the person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning that they're highly sensitive, but they're a natural born leader as well. So this could be you, that you're very highly sensitive and you're a natural born leader, or this could be the younger energy that I'm feeling. And again, I'm seeing a boy here. It could be a son that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. But this person is very highly sensitive, but they're a natural born leader as well. So maybe they wanted to lead their own life, get the things that they want, and they might have said some hurtful things in the way here of dealing with you. Again, this could be you. You could be the father as well, and you are a highly sensitive person, so you are very sensitive to what they said, which made a gap between the relationship here. Interesting. So that's the message I have for you, pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and we will move on to pile 2. Okay, pile 2. If you're here, you chose the rose quartz. So this crystal is all about acceptance, self-love, and deals with the heart chakra. So it's all about emotion and feelings and what you feel inside. So the heart chakra and dealing with emotion. So I want to let you know that I meditated on the cards prior to shuffling and putting them into the piles. And I pulled 3 cards from the Wild Reflections Tarot deck, as well as 3 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot to clarify. And then I will end your reading with an angel therapy card in order to give you some angels advice. But let's see what your first 3 cards have for you, pile 2. We have the King of Swords in the upright position. We have the Queen of Wands in the upright position. And we have the Lovers. Oh my goodness. As I was turning, I'm like, this seems like a relationship. And we have the rose quartz here. So, okay. So, my goodness. I got goosebumps. This feels like a new relationship or something that is brewing. With the King of Swords here, this feels like this could be you. It doesn't have to be. This could be the other person. But the King of Swords is usually one that is kind of like a very determined male. They are very disciplined. This could be somebody like a lawyer. They're very logical. They could be a lawmaker as well. So they could be a policeman. It could be something like that. Somebody that is a leadership position. They're very logical though, and they're also very disciplined. This could be a military person. It doesn't have to be. We do have the Queen of Wands here, so this could be you or the other person as well. This is an attractive female. She's very well liked. She's assertive as well. She gets what she wants. She's very confident. She can be a leader herself. She's very sincere as well. And she loves animals too, as you can see her leading this pack of cows into the pasture here. But she's definitely a leader in her own right. But she's a very sincere, confident person and very attractive and very well liked by others. With the Lovers card, Major Arcana, I feel like if you haven't met this person yet, you will. And I definitely see love, passion between the two of you. There's a romance brewing, a lot of harmony and a union here. What a beautiful, beautiful. And they look really good together too. Okay. He may be Native American. It doesn't have to be. Again, he's definitely a leader. He could carry a gun. Like I said, it could be a policeman, some type of weapon he always carries with him. He could be a military person. I am seeing that they may be at a distance from each other because I'm seeing that he's in the mountains in the cold and then she's on land and she's wearing a skirt. It looks like a warmer weather there. But yeah, I definitely see you coming together here. A beautiful union. Let's do some clarification here. I don't even want to see the clarification. It just looks so good. Okay. Clarify. We have the Fool card. Oh, so this is a new relationship. Definitely a new relationship beginning here. Oh, new beginnings. Wonder, curiosity, a new path of life. Okay. Oh, okay. So you might have met online. You not necessarily, but it seems like you've been talking a lot of talk with the Page of Swords here. So be careful that they may be saying a lot of things to really win you over. So just be careful about what they say may not be the full truth. They like to talk a lot. They may be trying to get your attention by the way that they say things. Oh, we do have the Two of Cups here as well. In the reverse position here, though, let's go back and clarify this because that's confusing. Okay, because we're seeing some lovers here, but it feels like, yeah, it feels, honestly, what I said before, it feels like you're not in the same area. It feels like there's a separation between the two of you. I definitely feel a harmony here though. This is a new beginning. You're very curious about this person. This may be somebody that you met online, doesn't have to be, or somebody that you met at a distance or you met in passing and they live at a distance. But you've been talking a lot. They may be saying a lot of like fun stuff to really get your attention. But I definitely see that the two of you are separated here. Clarify the Two of Cups, please, Spirit. This is definitely a newer relationship. Okay. You have the Three of Swords in the reverse position. You might have met this person after heartache, okay? This is somebody that you're moving on with. This could be somebody, this is not somebody that broke your heart. This is somebody you might be separated from. And again, this may be also somebody that you were with as well, that you went into a separation with, okay? Because maybe they had to move away due to their job or whatever, and you've been separated from them. And, or you separated from this person and you're now getting a new beginning with them. You're forgiving them and moving on, and you're coming to the Lovers here, which is major arcana, where there's a union and beautiful relationship here. So this could go a couple different ways. I feel like this is a new relationship for most of you. This is a beautiful, harmonized relationship. You're getting to know each other. Maybe they're talking a lot, maybe you're talking on the phone a lot because you're at a distance. They may be saying all the right things. Just be careful about half-truths a little bit there. You could be separated from them by distance. And you could be moving on with this person after a heartache that you've had. For others of you, this could be somebody that you were with, okay, that you became separated from, maybe due to work or because of the relationship itself. There was some disharmony within the relationship that separated you, but you are now forgiving them. You're recovering the relationship. You are now in a beautiful union with them, and you're starting new again. So take it as it resonates for you. For most of you, I'm feeling like this is a new relationship. One more. Actually, let's do two more, please, Spirit. Two more. What is to come? They may not have they may not commit to you the way that you wanted to. That there may be a lack of commitment when it comes to this person, perhaps because it's new. So, you're just seeing how things go. This could also be you too. You're using your head over your heart, Spirit is saying. So maybe you're not wanting to commit to this person. Maybe that's what they were wanting and why you guys had your disagreement or disharmony, because they're wanting a commitment from you and you're just not ready. You're using your head over your heart in order to really come to a truth about what it is that you want. Or this could just be a new relationship and you're just you're seeing how things go. You don't want to fully commit to this person, okay? Maybe they want to commit to you or vice versa. But whatever it is, no one is ready to commit to you. It could be because you've gone through past trauma. So it feels like for some of you, you're not ready to commit to this person, even though you're really liking this. There's a lot of harmony and union with this person. This feels new. It feels wonderful. But because of what you've gone through in the past, you're being very disciplined about thinking about your head over your heart. You're not going to follow your heart this time. You're going to do logical thinking before you get swept up in a romance, before taking your time with them, okay? So this could be you that's not wanting to commit just yet to this new relationship because of what you've gone through in the past. That's for some of you. For others of you that have been in this relationship where you had a separation because you had a disagreement and you've come back together, you're just taking one day at a time. You're putting your head over your heart. You're seeing how things go. You're wanting to forgive, move on, trust this person. But yeah, you're really wanting to, you're wanting to take your time before you fully commit to this relationship again. The angel therapy card I pulled for you is cancel, clear, delete. So it says, use only positive words and thoughts as they rapidly manifest into form. So ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. So perhaps because of what has happened in the past, you're not open to receiving love, okay? With the rose quartz, there has to be an acceptance, and you have to love yourself before anything else. Oops. Hopefully I didn't move that too much. Moving my camera. There we go. So the angel's advice is for you to think only positive thoughts, because then it will manifest what it is that you're wanting in a accepted relationship, in a new relationship, in a love relationship. in forgiveness and moving on, things like that. Um, so that's what your angel's advice is for you, pile 2. But I'm really feeling like for most of you, this feels like, moving my camera again just a little bit. This feels like a new relationship, but you're very weary because of what you've gone through in the past. But the angels are telling you to cancel, clear, and delete that thought pattern because it's not opening you up to new love. Somebody is offering new love towards you. So ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. What you've gone through in the past is not necessarily what you'll go through in the future. This may not be a repeated cycle. Yes, use your logic, okay? Use your head over your heart when you need to, but don't be so closed off because of what you've gone through in the past. This is all about the heart chakra and opening yourself up to love. Beautiful message. I loved it. So if you like the reading too, please give me a thumbs up, pile 2, and I'm going to move on to pile 3. Okay, pile 3. If you chose pile 3, you chose the Amazonite mixed with the smoky quartz here. And this is all about the throat and root chakra. So using courage and determination, knowing your truth, and neutralizing negative energies, which is that root chakra. Okay, so before I did all 3 piles, I meditated and pulled your cards. I pulled 3 cards from the Wild Reflections Tarot, and then I pulled 3 cards for clarification from the Rider Waite Tarot, and then I pulled an angel therapy card to finish off your reading to get some advice from your angels. So let's see what cards we pulled for you, pile 3. We have the 5 of Wands in the reverse position. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. And we have the 6 of Swords in the reverse position. Okay. So with the 5 of Wands in the reverse position, I feel like you may need to work out a solution with somebody that you might have been having competition with. So you're now trying to work out a solution to the competition perhaps you might have been having with this person, or mental strife you've had with this person, but you're now wanting to work out a solution with them. So perhaps with the throat chakra, you're needing to communicate your clear intentions with them, that you're wanting to work out your differences. We do have the Knight of Swords here as well. With the Knight of Swords in the reverse position, it feels like this could be somebody that's more like a bully or a troublemaker. And perhaps that's why you were dealing with them in a competitive way. But you're wanting to work out a solution with this person. They're very impulsive, this person that you're dealing with. We'll go back and clarify, but this feels like the person that you're wanting to like bridge a gap with. You're tired of the competition with this person, the bullying with this person, and you're wanting to communicate your thoughts to this person. You're wanting to stand to your truth. You need to take courage when it comes to standing up to this bully. And that's where this Amazonite and the smoky quartz comes in, is using courage in order to face this bully that feels like they're always in competition with you. We do have the 6 of Swords as well in the reverse position. This is really making you miserable. For some of you, it feels like you're dealing with this person at work, in your work environment. It feels like you may be having a hard time moving away. You feel trapped by this person, and you're really wanting to move on to calmer waters with the Six of Swords. But right now you're feeling entrapped by this person. This may be a male person that is the bully. Doesn't have to be. Or they are in their masculine. They feel very masculine to me, this bully that you're dealing with. That you feel like you're unable to break free from these bad circumstances that you're dealing with this person. You maybe feel trapped by this bully. For some of you, it feels like this may be a work situation. Doesn't have to be. Let's go back and clarify. So we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. We have the Emperor in the upright position. This person could be an Aries. They don't have to be. With the Emperor, this could be somebody that is in a leadership position that you're dealing with. This could also be a father figure or some type of authority that is a bit of a bully. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like there are strings attached when it comes to this person. You may owe them money. Doesn't have to be. But they're very selfish in keeping you bonded to this person. They may be in competition with you because they're very greedy. Or they're just stubborn. They don't want to listen to your point of view. But it's going to take courage and truth in order to neutralize this negative energy from this King of Swords, who is a bit of a bully. This could be an Aries energy, somebody that's in a leadership position. This could be a father figure as well. Doesn't have to be. But it feels like you're dealing with somebody, and for some of you, this is somebody that you work with, or somebody that is your boss, or in a leadership position, maybe your manager, that tends to bully you, never sees your point of view, is always in competition with you. And you may be tied to them because it's in a work environment and this is how you make money. And so you're unable to leave the situation because of that reason. There are strings attached here because they might even owe you money. 2 more, please, Spirit. Yeah. So you're in a place of indecision about what to do about this person. So you may be holding back your communication with them because you're afraid, because they are a bully. And it's going to take a lot of courage in order for you to help neutralize this negative energy. So you may be going into solitude with the Hermit here, and doing some contemplation about moving away from this person. Perhaps maybe getting a new job or getting another way of income in order to leave this situation with this bully. It's going to take a lot of courage and knowing your own truth about how you feel about the situation. In order to remove the negative energy, you're going to have to step away and get this person out of your environment. You may have to do a cutting of the cord ceremony as well, as Spirit is saying to me. And there are things on YouTube that you can look at as well on how to cut a cord with somebody that you feel attached to, that you feel like you cannot break that energy with this person. So a cord cutting ceremony. I believe that you can put 2 candles and you tie a rope there, and then you let the candles burn down and it cuts the little rope, and then you've done the ceremonial cutting of the cord for some of you. And that's what Spirit is saying to me right now. This is giving you a lot of anxiety. This person, you may be feeling hopeless through this, and you're hermiting yourself away in solitude, but you're going to become enlightened on what to do about the situation. You're going to know your truth. You're going to have to face not only this person, but yourself, so that you can move on away from this negative energy. For some of you, this may be a relationship. I'm hearing the word narcissist as well. So if you're in a narcissistic relationship, it's an evil energy that you need to get away from. You need to cut the cord. And it may be hard because you may be financially tied to this person. But you need to do a cutting of the cord ceremony in order to release yourself from this and neutralize this negative energy. Yeah, there's been a lot of conflict with this person. They don't respect your difference with them at all. A lot of conflict and arguments going on with this person. Again, I'm seeing a fire sign, so it could be an Aries. You may be avoiding the conflict with this person because you don't want to tell them your truth. Yeah, you need to conserve your money and make a plan with the Four of Pentacles here. So conserve your money so that you can move on to a different direction. And so your Six of Swords can turn around and you can move on to calmer waters. Yeah, I'm still seeing anxiety. Lots of anxiety. This showed me twice. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety for you, pile 3, and hopelessness. But you need to have the courage and strength in order to know your own worth and truth and have self-love here to neutralize this negative energy and to move on to calmer waters. Yeah, I know. There may be a lot of trauma and feeling hopeless in this situation, pile 3. Feeling, what is the outcome here, Spirit? Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of confusion that you're going to be having, a lack of balance that you're needing. Again, I'm seeing a fire sign. So confusion about what to do. You need to conserve your energy and conserve your financial means in order to be able to move on to calmer waters here. You feel very exhausted. You're unsure of which direction to go. Yeah, very fatigued from this burnout and this trauma that you're going through. Let's get a message from the angels for advice for you. So it says manifestation power. So use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract the desired outcome. That's why I didn't get an outcome card. You've got to manifest your reality. You're manifesting this reality right now. By feeling like you have no hope, that you're feeling that you're stuck, you're going to keep manifesting that because that's what you're giving to the universe. Think differently. Manifest happiness. Manifest what you want your future to look like. Believe that it is happening now. And this will be your desired outcome. You got to go in and manifest. You do some cord cutting rituals and do your manifestation that things have changed. That's the only way that you're going to get out of this. That's what the angels say. You have to stop feeling hopeless and in this trauma because you're just going to keep getting that. You have to change your existence. Remember, you created your environment. You created this trauma. You created all of this negative energy. You have to manifest it into a positive energy and a new life for you. So these are the messages that I have for you for pile 1, 2, and 3. I hope that you enjoyed the readings. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful day and be kind and empathetic and compassionate towards others, and you will get that in return. Namaste.